After West Ham's narrow and unconvincing but still win last night over Bournemouth in the Carabao Cup, we've progressed through and we've got Liverpool again in the third round. We'll come on to that in a second. But attention is turned back to the Premier League as we host Man City. This is going well, isn't it? In our third Premier League game of the season, looking to go 5 in a row. Of course, we all witnessed Man City lift the Premier League title on the final day of the season, and gladfully so too, back in May. Now things are a little bit different, and we'd quite like to pick some up. Can we shock and put a little? Can we rattle the champions? There's only one way to find out. Welcome back to our match preview for West Ham versus Man City. Nigel and Mike are with me. How are we, gentlemen?
Yeah, we're good. Well,
good, mate. Yeah.
I don't know about you, Mike. 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know.
Bit tired after last night. Yeah.
Oh dear.
I
So, for context, Mike went to the Carabao Cup game last night. I had a bit of a nightmare getting back. 1 o'clock, Mike. Fair play, mate. Fair play. Jesus.
Early night tonight.
Early night tonight. we best get cracking then. Man City.
If I drop off to sleep, just shout at me, all right?
Okay, all right. Man City.
You had to sleep last night for 90 minutes.
I might as well done, yeah.
Could have done just as well. Exactly. But there we go. Right, this game, how are we feeling? Man City, we know what's coming. They're an excellent football team. How do you assess our chances, firstly, Nigel?
Well, do you know what? Sometimes we actually play all right against City.
Yeah, we do.
And I really can't call it because we've got a much better team now, stronger players. But it's whether or not they turn up, because they turned up against Palace. So who knows? And you know what? City ain't the City that they was, not in my eyes. I mean, a couple of seasons ago, when they had David Silva, and they was unstoppable. I don't quite think the team that they used to be. De Bruyne doesn't look as good as he used to be, although he's still probably better than every player we've got. But I just, it's a tough one because if we turn up, I think we could. I'd like to think that we could get a point on Saturday.
Let's hope so. Look, we're not going to sit here and say we're going to go and beat them. We're going to get battered if we play like we did last night, Mike. There needs to be drastic change from that, otherwise it'll be double figures, and that's not even a joke. How on earth Bournemouth didn't score last night, I will never ever know.
Well, it was only because their finishing was so poor, really, to be totally honest. But also, on a positive note, I think our defence with Kilman and obviously Wan-Bissaka with some pace, Kilman with his ability to be, bring the ball out of defence. He's good on the ball. He's got great feet. I mean, we are so much better at the back. It's unbelievable. But we could all see what was missing last night. We just had no progression from midfield. It just didn't work. Ward-Prowse, Souček, Alvarez in there, you ain't getting up the pitch at all. We just allowed Bournemouth onto us, I'm afraid. But the positive notes I've got to say is this. They would have probably scored 4 last night if it weren't for Wan-Bissaka getting back in and making a couple of last-ditches challenges. Fabianski made a couple of good saves, to be fair to him. But, I mean, Bournemouth aren't as bad as a lot of people have been saying today. Oh, God, we've got to be beating Bournemouth. They're not a bad side. I mean, they should have beaten Newcastle on Saturday. There's no doubt about that. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't a great game. It was a bore fest. There's no doubt about that. And I thought we were lucky to win it. But, hey, I see little green shoots. I don't see anything, magnificently better than the David Moyes team, but I see things that are better. And one of the main things is that defence looks a lot more sounder. So, hey, maybe it gives us a better chance against Man City.
Let's pick up on that defensive point, because Wan-Bissaka I thought was excellent last night. I'm in total agreement with Mike. I thought he was really, really good. He was blowing towards the end though. That was quite evident. He was like, really struggling. And we utilised all 5 substitutions, and Wan-Bissaka wasn't one of them. I don't think we've said that over the last 4.5 years at all. We utilised all 5 substitutions. We did it, and Wan-Bissaka stayed on, and he was struggling towards the end, but he still got back and he still put in those tackles. And I thought him and Kilman were absolutely excellent. Tadibo, on the other hand, was a little bit dodgy, and I think the yellow card probably pushed Lopetegui to take him off. At half time, but his performance overall probably didn't help his case as well. Defensively, Nigel, I thought we were really, really good tonight, especially as as Mike outlined, Kilman and Wan-Bissaka.
Well, I was unsure of Kilman when we paid 40 million, but watching him the last 3 games, he's well worth the money. One of the best centre defenders I've seen us at our place. He's really, really good. And Wan-Bissaka, he looks like the player he was at Palace. I think he got overawed when he went to Man United, and he looks a proper bargain and a proper player. And with a bit of tweaking, get another decent centre back, and I think it'll be all right. Because we was playing him out position and all.
Yeah,
we play him at left back, and he's a right back. So, and he still had a good game. So it proves to you what a good player he is. So I'm happy with those 2 for sure. Absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely, yeah. And I completely forgot that you played left back as well, because Creswell got injured in the warm up or whatever. So it was him out on the left and Soufa on the right, and he's still putting a stellar performance. Absolutely excellent from Masoud joining us evening to the usual suspect. I hope you are well. Yeah, I've heard that Wolves are in for a good. I think we might see a couple of outgoings tomorrow. Of course, it's transfer deadline day tomorrow, so we'll keep an eye on that one. Michael, I hope you are well. I see we got the usual draw in the Corrupt Cup. It's just, I'll tell you what, there's one thing I will say: there is not one chance in hell I'm going to Anfield again for a Carabao Cup game, not after last year. Nigel, I'm sure you'll be going, but I can't bring myself to do that, not at all.
I will go, but it's just so destroying. Do you know what? I said to Una before, I said, you know what, because we waited for the draw. I said, we'll probably get Liverpool away, joking. When it come out, I was like, this is a libby. And do you know what? What they're doing is keeping all them big teams apart is so out of order. And, they just want it an elite cup, don't they, at the end of the day? And, it's, like I say, soul destroying. I went there in the rain last year, spent that money, went up there
and Nigel was down the front.
5,000 odd people.
Nigel was down the front getting wet. We were back a little bit. We were back a little bit. You were getting
stick off my mates. Everyone sending pictures of myself on TV. Everyone sending pictures saying, "Oh, unlucky, mate. There goes another goal flying in." And it weren't. There's one a really terrible experience. And I'm thinking it couldn't be any worse. I mean, but we went up there. I think the shocking thing was that it was our chance to. Was 2 games from a final.
It was a quarter final.
It puts a reserve team out. He puts a reserve team out, and then we get proper whooped, and proper whooped as well. It could have been 10. And but this time, it could be different. You don't know. Well, I think with the team we got, we could turn up against the good teams this year. Because there's not really the weak links in the team that there used to be, is there?
But you say now, and I know we've spoken about defensively, but we're never going to have to watch Kurt Zouma hobble about a West Ham centre defence again, and I think that's a blessing. To be totally honest, I've backed Zouma, but the time was up, and when you see what we've got now, it's pushed on so much. And in a game against Liverpool and Man City, it vastly exposed a player like Kurt Zouma. We'll go up there, we'll probably lose, but the whole cup draw, all of it was farcical. They did a pre-draw before, and they were all stood there laughing and joking about pulling out another Big Six team at home. What a shock! And then they even said in the rehearsal it was 3 away and 3 at home. Yeah, I bet it flipping was. They drew 4 out in a row, all at home. Let's have another look. Another one at home.
They put the balls in the freezer beforehand before they put them in. That's what they did. So when they put them up, they picked the cold ones up.
But I mean, Liverpool must be gutted to get us. No, look at flip it, mate. Liverpool must be gutted to get us. I'm not joking now. They didn't get Borough at home, did they? They didn't get bloody
Okay.
Coventry or whatever. They got West Ham. Okay, they give us a right thumping last year, no doubt about it. But I don't think they will this time. There you go.
Man United got Barnsley. That's the biggest shock.
Yeah.
Man United got Barnsley. That's the biggest shock of all.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to have gone to Barnsley and all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Barnsley. Right, isn't it? Yeah.
It's just a shambles. If they're playing in Europe, sorry, you can't be in the Carabao Cup then. If you're in Europe, kick them out. But no, no. What we'll do is we'll change it all around and we'll put them all at home and we'll put them on another week just to make it's just ridiculous.
The horrible thing is that those cup competitions like the Carabao and the FA Cup, right? It gives me the chance to possibly get to a ground I ain't been to.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's true because I think I went to Anfield 3 times last year. I can't remember, but it's like, it gives you the chance to go to some of these old school grounds and that, and ones you never been to, and it's not right.
It's not. And over the I think I saw a stat this morning that over the last, I think it's 14 years, we've drew against a Big Six club 20 times in cup competitions. Like, it is literally every season. 20 Big Six teams over a 14-year period. It is a regular occurrence. It's just so soul destroying. But anyway, one of those Big Six teams that we actually have beaten in the Carabao Cup is the team we face on Saturday. That's Manchester City. That famous penalty shootout. That Craig Dawson penalty comes to mind. Bosh into that corner. Any reason to bring the big man up? And yeah, look, Man City, they're not the team that they were 2 or 3 years ago, but they got the job done last season, and we were all pretty thankful for that because of the alternative. And hopefully, again, the same outcome happens again in that sense. But I think there's a couple of weaknesses there with Man City. Now, that's really clutching at straws because they're a fantastic football team. Ilkay Gundogan coming back in is a really astute and really good signing. They missed him when he went, and they've got him back, and I think he's a really good player to rejoin the club. And look, their quality is there for everybody to see. We know that, but at home, 5:30, everyone on the beers. You won't be able to have a fag outside soon, but everyone out on the beers. Get a good atmosphere in there. You never know, Mike. There's a chance.
Of course there is, and I always look at this game as a free hit, to be totally honest.
Yeah.
It's a free hit. We're not expecting to get anything. I just hope we can be more progressive against them than we have been. And Lopetegui, he has, he's identified the defence and he's sorted that out. He's looked at that and he's gone, that's poor. He's done that. He can't do everything straight away. Do you know what I mean? This is going to take time. And, you can't, because those players have been used to playing a certain way. They can't just switch straight away. I think it's going to take a little bit of time, but I'm hoping only 3 games in, but we may be a bit more progressive against them. We can't afford to be too much because they'll rip you open. You give Haaland a bit of space and he's in behind you and he scores, doesn't he? But to beat them, mate, we need a bit of luck for once. We don't often get that. But also, I'd just like to see us put up a better show against them. More of a fight, more attacking intent.
A bit of a fight there. Absolutely right. I want you to get your identifying goggles out here and infer the joke of this comment, right? I wonder if the wall will keep the fans apart. Well, I don't know. Right. You sat here the other night and slagged my jokes off, right? Can we have a little bit of the same here, please? Thank you. Right. That's worse than mine the other night. Definitely maybe. I don't know.
I wonder if the wall. Well done, Rich.
Joke. Do you know what I mean? Right, I'm now going to try and get as many Oasis songs in the next 15 minutes as humanly possible.
Definitely, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, fair enough. What is the master plan for Lopetegui against Guardiola? I don't know, but look, it is what it is. Sam says we beat him once at home in 10 years in the Premier League. Was that the year we left up to Park or the year before? Was it 2-1?
I think it was. Yeah, it was a year.
I think we beat him at home, didn't we?
Yeah,
I can remember us beating him up there, and Saka scored.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good one. And then obviously that Carabao Cup when we beat them on penalties, and Benny got the last penalty, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they're rolling in now. Look, no cigarettes and alcohol outside the stadium or outside the stadium. Yeah, you won't be able to have a fag outside the stadium or outside the pub.
Yeah, but Jake, I can roll with that.
No, you've got to roll with it.
You've got to roll with it. I was waiting. That was my next. You've done it for me now. That was my next joke.
Right, there we go.
I was thinking about I was going to fit it in.
But hey, you won't live forever doing that, will you? So it is. See, I made you laugh. See, that was my quest from last week to make you laugh, and I just have, Nigel King. I've made you laugh.
I like that one.
Yeah, Gary's not here, so we're not going to worry about him because he wouldn't laugh at anything. So we're not going to worry about him. I made you laugh. That's mission accomplished. Anyway, mission accomplished. I'm just trying to fit another one in here, but I can't really think of it. But look, key players for Man City, it's obvious. Haaland won't touch the ball much, but it'll pop up and score. There's no doubt about it. And if he does pop up and score, we can't look back in anger.
God, you've been thinking of that one all day, haven't you, mate? Yeah.
Oh, right.
Shush. But that's the debate, and we've had it before with Haaland, is that in any other team it probably wouldn't work, but they've got enough quality elsewhere to do everything else. All he needs to do is score goals, and that's what he does. So
it's what he's so fast, isn't he? I mean, he's supersonic.
I knew that was going. How long can we keep this going for? How long can we keep this going for? I don't know. But look, when you're in that position and no, that doesn't really work. Sorry. Kudus is supersonic. That's not very good. That doesn't flow in a sentence. Like we might be crap. We might be cracking the champagne and a bit of supernova. That doesn't really work either if we win on Saturday. But at the end of the day, they're a very good team, Man City, and we know that, and we've got to say hello. And
he's got a list of Oasis songs up in front of him on a sheet, and he's like he's prompting himself every time he speaks.
No,
I know he wants to be a rock
and roll
star as well. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Moy's in charge. She just had to roll with it. We did. We did exactly. But it is what it is. And Man City are a side. Look, whatever. Man City are a side that that are going to be very good. They're going to execute their plans, and we're going to do a lot of defending. We don't see a lot of the ball, maybe a little bit more now under Lopetegui. But the fact of the reality is, we're not going to see a vast majority of the ball, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, we've got to try and muster up, and we've got to be clinical with our chances. Look, we didn't have many chances last night, but off the elbow and in, it worked. And there's got to be a drastic improvement from Wednesday night. We know that, and I just hope that comes, Nigel.
Yeah, I mean, they was all over us last night. Every time they went, and they was going right through the middle of us, weren't they? Tore us apart.
Yeah.
I mean, switching Mavropanos and Todibo about like that, it just left a big hole, didn't it? And no one really knew what they was doing. So every time the ball came through, it came through the same big gap. They just seemed to run straight through, especially towards the end there. We could have conceded a couple, but we held on to it, and we got our rewards for the away trip to Anfield. But yeah. I'm still gutted about it. I can't even do you know what I mean? I can't even believe that.
That's a man right there that's gutted. But yeah, Todibo didn't really work, and Kilman's just screaming out for someone, just stand by me. That's what he wants.
He's got skills, Jake. He's got skills, but there's a couple of times where he tried to do stupid things. You do that against Mo Salah or someone, or Haaland, you're gonna. So I think he's got the makings of a very good player, because he does try and go forward, and he does, little bits of skill and stuff like that, and he tries to play the ball forward quickly. But I think he's got loads and loads of mistakes in him, that kid. So, yeah, I think up against it in the Premier League every week, we could come unstuck big time with him at the back. I think you need someone a bit more reliable, with a bit of a sensible old head on him. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'd like to see come in next to, because Kilman's a lump and all. He's a big fella, and he's like I say, he's a really, really good player. And I think possibly, I know it's about Agerd having problems, but I think Agerd could do all right next to him and learn quite a lot off of him. I really
Think
do,
he
because
might be
it
going out the
gets
door.
quite fast.
Yeah,
And again,
is,
he's,
yeah.
I think they would. I'd like to give it, see him give it a go. Mavropanos again, I like him, but he seems a bit labouring if he has to run back. He's not the quickest, is he?
Yeah, true.
No,
Look, midfield's going to be the concern, Mike. It's been our concern for quite a while when you've got the quality of midfield that you're coming up against Man City. Games are won or lost in that area, and we're struggling. Who's he going to go with? He took Alvarez off probably because he hasn't played too much. Hopefully, looking ahead to Saturday, so you're going to have Alvarez in there. Souček. Alvarez, Souček, Rodriguez. I don't know. I really don't know. But the midfield is my concern.
Yeah, that was what we were missing last night. I mean, they've been better off starting with Paqueta in there, and hopefully he would have, at least he's progressing the ball from midfield. Yeah. There was nothing. It was just going back all the time. As soon as someone had got it in there, didn't have anyone to turn this way with it and go forward with it. And honestly, Souček, I'd keep him as a sub because I think he'd be pretty good as an impact sub. If you need someone to score a goal, let's face it, look how many times he's done it. Bring him on. He's just natural at hitting the box, at the right place at the right time. I think you just keep him up his sleeve and keep him as a sub. I don't think you can play him against Man City.
Exactly, especially
he don't move the ball quick enough. He can't move his feet quick enough.
No, I agree with that.
No, and in this game, you're bang on. At the end of the day, he can't. He just can't do it. The game would pass him by. He'd be running around in circles, just not knowing whether he's coming or going, and he'd be even more ineffective if that's even possible. To be honest, little by little, these Oasis references getting a bit annoying. Apologies. See, it's very good. That is very good. Jake, stop crying your heart out. No, I'll try. I'll try. James Ward-Prowse has to go. Thank you for the good times, but by the most West Ham thing ever, will sign the best set piece taker England have ever produced since Beckham, and he won't score a free kick in over a season at West Ham. That epitomises everything about it. But in terms of attacking options, there's plenty. What did we make of Somerville last night? Is he? Do you think he's putting a claim out there or not, Mike? You're looking anxiously.
To be honest, to be totally honest, there was flashes. I thought, you know what I mean. But that finish, that one hit over the bar, that was awful.
You could have caught that, Mike. That wasn't far off. You got there, wasn't it?
It went about 10 foot away from me nearly. I think it's still up there now. But joking aside, he had a couple of efforts after that, and he was close with one of them that just shot by the post. There was bits and pieces where he looked dangerous, but I don't know. Time will tell with him. I don't know. He could be used as an impact sub as well, in my mind, and he could do a decent job. Jury's still out on him at the moment, mate.
It is. Nigel, your thoughts?
Two players. Rodriguez, I don't know if you noticed something last night. Bloke can ping the ball past, can't he?
Oh, yeah.
Picking the ball up. He was pinging it wide. That was all just really. So that was quite encouraging. He can ping a ball. He's quite, I think he's got good vision. As for Somerville, I don't know. I think he could be enough Benrahma. Good enough for the Championship, good in there, but mediocre in the Premier League, because for Leeds he was streaming through, getting the ball, demanding the ball, but he just didn't seem to get the ball at all, and his positioning was all wrong. I mean, some of these Championship teams, you can run right through them, can't you? But it's different in the Premier League. The players are stronger and quicker, and he's a little bloke, and I think he's going to struggle a little bit personally, because he just, even when he runs with the ball, he don't look like he's got any purpose. He's going anywhere with it. You know what I mean? For what he was doing, he was pulling up trees at Leeds, and he looked really good for them, and he was their main man. But he ain't the main man at West Ham, and you'll find that when someone comes from a team and they've been, the main man there, they come to a much better team, and they don't stand out. A bit like Ward-Prowse as well. He done at Southampton. He was next level. he just looks lost with us, and his confidence ain't there. And yeah, I ain't too sure about it. I think, I don't know. We'll see. Let's give the kid a chance, see what happens.
Yeah. I think in flashes last night was probably the way to put it. We saw little bits here and there. His physicality and the size of him doesn't help him. He's a tiny lad.
You look at Kudos, Jack. You look Jake.
Jack.
You look at Kudos, right? And look at Somerville. Now Kudos ain't a big bloke.
No,
he's powerful, isn't he? And
Yeah,
when he holds people
bigger,
off, he's one of the matrix type people who he's hard to get. And having played football, I've played against people like that. They've just got body strength like you can't believe, and they're not big blokes. But Somerville, he don't look that type of person. He looks like you skim, boom, just knock you straight off the ball.
Yeah, there you go. Right, Mike. Sorry, but everyone's names wrong tonight. So.
Yeah. All right.
But look, it's going to be tough. We know, I always think these games, you've got to take them in stages. Like the first 20 minutes, get through that unscathed, and then you're looking at half time, and then regroup and reassess, and try to not be more than 1 goal down going into half time. Worst comes to worst, and then just try and maneuver something going into the second. Can you not hear me? Nigel, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, that's you. Oh, it's Mike then. Oh, we've lost Mike completely. Can you hear Mike, Nigel? Right. Right, I'll kick you out, Mike, and you can come back. There we go. Right. I got no idea what happened. I thought it was me. I thought, oh, crikey. But I completely forgot what I was saying. But take it in stages, and you never know. It's going to be tough. We know it, Nigel. And if we lose, it's not the end of the world. These sorts of games are more about the performances, not the end results. Right, Mike's all good.
Damage limitation, Jake.
Damage limitation, Nigel.
That's better, mate.
Yeah, damage limitation. That's what it's all about against City. Let's not get trumped 5-0. It's no good for confidence for the team and the goalkeeper. And yeah, it puts everyone on a downer, doesn't it? Puts everyone against the team. People start getting on the players' backs. If you get beat 5-0, oh, he's crap. Whereas if you put in a performance and lose maybe 1-0 or something, everyone's going, yeah, we're happy with that. And
especially as this is the last game before we go into an international break as well. So this is the last game that people have got until the 14th of September. So we've got 2 weeks now where that game is the last memory. So then fans get a little bit, oh, for goodness sake, and all the rest of it. And yeah, you're right. And it has that negative impact. So let's avoid a battering. Let's do ourselves some good and see what happens. We'll go on to some predictions. Mike, we'll start with you. I'm going to let you two go first tonight because I don't think you're going to.
Do you know what, mate? I'm going to go with the old Desmond.
Are you?
I'm going to go with the old Desmond, mate. Yeah.
Oh. Nigel?
That's what I was going to do. I was going to say that as well. Yeah,
Mike's so pleased with himself.
I think that, we could possibly squeeze a draw. What I will say is, though, I could just see the end of the game with old Pep with his arm around Paqueta's neck. Hello, son. How you doing? How are you?
Big Put a fiver on that, Nigel.
Pep and Paqueta loving. That's going to happen, mate. Telling you now.
Well, if it does, Nigel,
you heard it here.
He would have played a good game, and I hope he does play a good game. So there would be a positive side to that. So
another 10 million on the cross.
If let's face it, he's in the shop window in this game. He's got to do something, and he came on last night, and he started playing balls forward, and he tried things, and we scored from one of those. Every ball he plays, they're not going to come off, but he's that man that can play that killer ball. Yeah. And do you know what I mean?
Players, Mark, didn't you, that read those passes some of the time?
Yeah. Well, Bowen
quick,
run onto that pass. We had a bit of luck. I know Kudos hit a shot and it'd be banging in off him, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But that wouldn't have come if it weren't for that first little ball from, Paqueta. So I think with him, you just got to be patient with him because he's going to lose the ball from time to time. And I don't know, they will be wary of Kudos, though, after he scored that goal against them the end of last year with that overhead kick. I mean, last night the guy comes on, he's got 3 round him all the time, but that should mean someone else is being released. So
exactly,
someone else should have a little bit of space. So yeah, you know what City are like. They lose it, they're bang straight back at you again. But yeah, there's a few little pieces that we can put together that could make it difficult for them.
for sure. Nigel, your prediction?
Yeah, 2-2 again.
No, you can't do that.
1-1.
1-1. I am going to be a little bit different because I can, and I'm going to say West Ham 3, Manchester City 2. I think there's goals written all over this. It's either 3-2 to us or like 4-2 to them. I can see goals galore in this, and I've got to say us to win. I've got to say us to win because Mike took my prediction initially. I didn't really want to admit that because I thought I had it down to the T, but hey ho, I learn and I move on, don't I? But it is what it is. Look, thank you very much indeed for joining us on this match preview. If you've enjoyed it, drop a like on the video and subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you are new. Thanks for joining us, and yeah, very good. Any final thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah, I like the way we left Fulcrum out of the conversation the whole way through.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Because we forgot about him, like everyone else did last night, I think.
Yeah.
Poor bloke. He must be thinking, oh my God.
What have I done here?
I've just come into that lonely desert that is the last third of the West Ham London Stadium. That last third of the pitch is like the Bermuda Triangle centre forwards.
I actually have got a final thought. Mike, over at Wincanton on Tuesday, you were behind the bar. Who bought a drink?
Oh God, yeah. Didn't buy one for me though, Nige.
Oh, no. He bought a drink. He bought a drink for himself.
Yeah, I witnessed it.
For himself.
I was actually behind the bar. Yeah, but
Mike took my money.
Never offered the barman a drink. Well,
It's like get everyone a drink. Have one for yourself, not Jake. Jake's like that. Right, Jake's got a calculator out going, the shandies are £1.19. I can have one of those. So who do I like best out of these 3 people I'm with? I'll buy him one.
Yeah.
Mike took my money. I didn't like it. No, I bought.
That was a lovely feeling, mate. I'll tell you. I took his money.
Oh, mate. He
tried to put another 0 on the card machine.
You could see the tears in his eyes. You could see the tears
was it a
in
no?
his eyes. I was saying.
It was card. It was card. I saw
if
it.
It was a no.
An
I thought
extra
you would sign it,
on.
Jake, and I framed it with my football shirt.
Yeah, no. It was a card.
No, I bought myself a drink. I bought my father a drink, and I didn't know the barman wanted a drink. To be fair, the barman had been running around. So to be fair, Mike, you did an excellent job. You were running around everywhere, getting the.
Bloody.
It was manic.
Mike, did you get a receipt? Because unless I see the receipt, I ain't having it. I'm not having it unless I see the receipt.
It happens. It may have just been a J2O and a Diet Coke, but I bought the drinks and Mike took money off of me. That's and then just as I paid for it, just as my card went beep and I went, oh, my money's gone. Mike went, oh, you didn't bother buying me one. Well, it's no good telling me that after I beat my card, is it? Because there's no way I'm paying again. That's for sure.
Like the £1.73 that come out of his bank account, he went home and cried about it. He's like,
he's
got £4,000 in now. He's like, oh my God, £1.73 down.
Well, if you think that's bad, you wait till Saturday morning when the flipping Oasis general sale opens. That's going to be a sad time.
Oh, mate. There's going to be some, mate.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. People going on about it already, aren't there?
I know.
Yeah. They're going to go for a few bob, mate. They are.
They are. Right. There we go. So we've tackled that revelation. Jake's bought yet another drink. So Jake bought Nigel a drink at Crystal Palace last season. I don't think I've actually...
Still going on about it was a year ago.
It went a year ago.
He's going on about. This is how bad he's going on about a drink he bought for someone.
There he is. There he is. There he is. There. That was in April, right? Mike, you were in the fish and chip shop, so you didn't get one because you were in the fish.
I love the way he's actually saved the picture. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I bought Nigel the pint. Dodsey came through, and I said, "Where's Mike? Oh, he's at the chip shop." I said, "Oh, come on, come on."
He was like,
He knew I
result.
was he saw me in the chip shop and shot into the bar a bit quick.
There we go, Mike. I'll buy you a drink at some point, a tap water. Thank you very much indeed for watching this preview. I've been ridiculed again, but hey ho. From us, come on, you Irons.
Come on, you Irons.
And we will see you soon right here on West Ham Official. You never know, on the next show, there may be some more Oasis references, and I might have bought another drink. I can't guarantee it. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.